Morning, Gareth.
Good morning.
It's been a quick turnaround since Wigan, but you've had a bit more time to think about the game. What are your sort of thoughts on it now? You've had time to reflect.
Yeah, like I said on the day, disappointed in some aspects of basic stuff on goals conceded, and watching them again. Definitely the first one is avoidable, but to come back like we did, the belief the boys were showing is fantastic. It's not the point, it's the nature of how we got the point. It feels, like a win. Wigan was saying to me after the game, it felt like a defeat for them, and that's something to build on for us. It's tough. It's going to be tough. We know that, but moments like that were special, and the fans' reaction at the end was really nice to see. Everyone behind us, everyone sort of buying in, knowing where we are, knowing what's going on. But yeah, obviously Jamal coming in goal as well was nice to see him get some minutes. He's not as match fit as he could be. We know that, we all know that, and that's up to us now to get him into the shape that we want him to be a top keeper, because he is a top keeper when he's in his top shape. But everyone else got through, no injuries. Picked up, and obviously it's now the Christmas period, thick and fast. So reflections are very limited on the Wigan game, and it's all about the prep now for Lincoln, Northampton, Blackpool, and then Leyton Orient in such a small space of time. It's going to put pressure on the squad, times and everything, and yeah, looking forward to it.
I'll come on to the schedule in a sec if that's all right, but we're sitting now 48 hours before Christmas. What are your plans over the next few days, and are the players going to be in on Christmas Day?
No, the players aren't being in Christmas Day. I've done that my whole career as a manager, 12, 13 years now as a manager, and I've never got a team in on Christmas Day. I think we travelled once on Christmas Day to Plymouth, which wasn't nice. Nobody wants to be there. None of the staff wanted to be in the hotel. It wasn't a nice experience. We had Plymouth on Boxing Day, so I've been quite lucky on fixtures over my career. But I also think that with the days of how professional the boys are and how much of athletes they need to be, they're not going to be sat at home eating selection boxes till all hours and drinking. They just don't do that anymore. Back in my day, I've been in training quite a bit on Christmas Day when I played, but. We've got lads who travel. I travel. That's not the reason. But because I was close to Wigan when I was there in QPR, and I didn't get them on Christmas Day. But it's a real family time, and sometimes you forget about the importance of family, the importance of your support networks around you, and a work-life balance, which I think is really, really important as well. In the age of mental health awareness and especially things like that, these are important times. And for me to bring a group of boys in who probably won't want to really be there, like you say, some travel, some have got young kids. You put a session on, everyone's just thinking about getting back for Christmas, and that's the judgment I make, the mental side of the game, the judgment that I'll make, and I'll stick by that. So we're in every other day, believe me. They're only getting Christmas Day off, and we're in every other day for the next schedule. But I think it's an important time, and yeah, it's hopefully going to pay off.
It will be our second of 5 games in 15 days, the Lincoln game. Obviously, it is a busy schedule, and you have to think about families and things as well. But what did you make of the tradition in general that we play so many games at this time of year?
As a player, I loved it. I did, honestly. I know some of the older players, they find it tough. But as a player, I loved Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Thursday. I loved all that. I loved games. I was a game player. Not really one for training. I just loved that competition. As a manager, I hate it because the prep that goes into it. The getting your teams ready, the next fixtures coming around. I mean, we're prepping for Lincoln today, but we've got one eye on Northampton and probably even a little sniff about Blackpool, and we've got to be really prepared. And my analysts are working really hard, telling me formations, and back in the day, I think it was all different. It was all, you didn't have that availability of footage and analytics and stats. So their jobs is to make things as simple as they can for me. Then it's my job to make it all the detail as simple as I can for the players. Put a formation out there that we believe that will will hurt Lincoln and the teams coming up. But you know, there's always curveballs coming. They change shape. We change shape. It's not the be all and end all. The boys, the players themselves aren't on the pitch. You know, they've got to be really important for me, and I'm adaptable, and we're getting that into them. You know, like I say, these leaders, I need organisers out there, I need tacticians on the day, on the pitch, and we're growing into that, and we're teaching people how to be that and how to be that better player and better person. But no, it's going to take some time. So as a manager, yeah, very, very busy time, but we'll be fine. We'll be okay. I got a good staff and a good support network around me immediately in that building, and they're all doing their work. I'll delegate quite a bit, and yeah, ready to go on Boxing Day. You
really enjoyed your time at Lincoln, didn't you? I think you said where you think you played your best football.
Probably where I played my best football.
What's that, do you think?
I don't know. I think John Beck, the manager there, gave me a breath of fresh air. Really worked on my strengths, built the team sort of around me and what I could do, and that was great. I think I scored nearly one every two, you know, in goal scoring aspect there, and almost did 100 games. I think just a few short of 100, and got my move to the Championship, and then ultimately, you know, my move into the Premier League. Then so I can't dismiss Lincoln as probably being that stepping stone that I needed from the lower leagues to make my mark, to make my name. And yeah, John Beck was somebody I've got a lot of respect for, because he worked on your strengths, real good motivator, made you better at what you were good at, and you know, probably take that into a little bit of my management. But he was very underrated and got a lot of stick for some of his styles of play, and that's you know, that's different. That's what he wanted to do. But as an actual man manager, hard. But I was fit, I was strong. I could believe that I would take on the world under that team, and we had a group of boys as well. I don't know if you know, Lincoln, especially back in those days, was totally on its own. A city, it seemed to be 2 hours away from everywhere. You know, a little bit like Shrewsbury, if I'm being honest. But it was on its own, and everyone who played for Lincoln lived in Lincoln, and we were this group of young lads. And we played hard and we worked hard and we were just unstoppable. Our spirit was really good. So yeah, I bought into that and loved it, and was one of the cheerleaders of the group. But yeah, real good times and a lot of fond memories, you know, at Lincoln. But again, one of my ex teams I want to beat, and I've been, you know, I've picked up some decent results against Lincoln over the years and been there and got some good points. So hopefully we can do it and get 3 points on Boxing Day.
In terms of today, then, they're very much aside with promotion ambitions. What do you make of the job Michael Scabala's done there?
Outstanding, because when he came in, people were not knowing of him, where he'd been. People don't realise he was in the England setup at the time. He went abroad, he came back. He's done the hard yards. He didn't have a career where you could go, yeah, he's going to be a manager because he was a great footballer, and he's going to get a chance. He's actually had to work and earn his chance. And you've got to give Lincoln City some credit as well, because they've took a chance on bringing a coach in that wasn't probably the household name, but I mean, they just missed out on the playoffs last year, I think, and again, they started the season unbelievably well this year. You know, it's quite pragmatic. He looks to get the ball forward. I know that. He'll test our defence, but look forward to meeting him after the game. I've never met him. I know Tom Ware, their assistant, really well. He's a good guy, and we'll obviously share a Christmas beer after the game, I'm sure. But I want to beat his side on Boxing Day.
Just in terms of your selection, how's Carl Winchester getting on? Have you got a chance?
Carl's, yeah, very close now. Yeah, missed out at the weekend, but very, very close. And you know, to have somebody like Carl who will run through a brick wall if his leg's hanging off, rein him back a little bit and say, look, Carl, this has got to heal a little bit more before you come out. Just tweak on the knee, nothing major, but he needs to be, you know, in the game, making sure that there's no reoccurrence of that, and that's what Chris Skitt and David Waits, you know, with the performance team that they've got there, they're making sure that he's going to be, one, absolutely flying when he gets back, but two, no reoccurrence of the injury.
Just finally from me, this will go out after we've visited, but we're going to the hospital later today.
Awesome.
I know you like to get out in the community. Why is getting out and doing these visits so important, do you think?
It's not. I think it's important in two aspects. Brilliant for the community, you know, that they see their local football team are prepared to do this, and nobody's forced to do it. You know, it's almost who wants to do it, boys, and all of them came back and said, I want to do this. So for me, not just for the community and for some of these children and families who are going to be in hospital over Christmas, perspective huge for me, you know. I always say there's a lot worse off than we are. Wow, we've got the best job in the world, believe me, kicking a ball around or picking a team. We are so lucky. So to go out there probably gives us a little bit of reality, which I don't think the boys need. I think they're a good group. But it also just connects us really with those fans and those people that just see us on the football pitch, get behind us, give us stick, you know, however they want to express their feelings about what we are. But I think connecting them, knowing the faces, seeing the people, not just the footballer, that for me is really important. And like I say, I'm hoping that everyone has a really good Christmas. It's a really special time, you know. It always is. Families together. It's, you know, you sometimes forget about life when we're working so hard, or there's so much importance on results, either in business or football. You know, your family time is really important. That's why we do it. That's what you do it for. You do it for your kids' smiles, your partner's happiness, and the togetherness that Christmas brings. And some of these people will be in hospital over Christmas. So for the patients, for the NHS workers who will be working over Christmas, they're the real heroes, you know. We get to kick a ball about, you know. I know we're in, I know we're working, but it ain't a bad job. So a bit of reality is good.
Brilliant, thank you. Merry Christmas.
Cheers.